They'll try the run. Nice move there. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Got room to work. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Throws for the tight end. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. High formation.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll test the right side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The give to the left side. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys pushing the pile. NFL talent on this offensive line. Just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. Rushes on him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it down the left side. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. All alone as he catches it. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense?
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. knock the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Inside the touchdown, Notre Dame. The defense putting points on the board.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense and make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Line gets set. 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job.
All right, it's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary. And nice job there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The corners are walked up tight. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Throwing right. The quick out. Turns it on in midfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Razorbacks are on the move. Jackson will throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He wants to throw it again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. Touchdown, Arkansas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's open. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Big on loose, almost passed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They go to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. They want to throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Got a man. It's Brown. At the 20, he's got space. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field. reading coverages and finding his open guy.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. He's got it for a big play, and they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This time he's got his man.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd, turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Jackson will throw. Shoots it to the left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Hauls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the gun, wants to pass. Fears the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. His way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he dropped it. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the 2nd half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arkansas ready third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll leave it with him. Trying to take it back. The 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Send that offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Bring in the heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
Wide open spaces. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through.
Going to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Just a little off. Incomplete. So now it's second and long. Jackson will throw. Right on the money. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish back on offense. still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Here comes the heat. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
That's caught. It's Gilbert. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. That is man all by himself. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And I don't know as a defense on 3rd down how you let that guy be wide open. You can let the tight end be wide open, maybe a running back leaks out. You're not letting one of the best wide receivers in all of college football be that scot-free. That was just way too easy for the offense.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man on the right.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Finding open areas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit.
Oh, he's got some space. Quick step and go. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's where to catch a big fella.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Takes takes a hit as he fires. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw him. This quarterback better dial in.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Still on his feet. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds.
Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the fourth quarter, you got the lead, a few more stops, and it's dub time. So getting your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The short hands, it's Brown. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen. Jackson gonna throw it.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Touch, just plowing ahead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Makes the catch. It's Gilbert. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Young. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the right. Got it! Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
I know it hasn't always been pretty for this guy throughout the course of the game, but David, he has shown tremendous mental toughness. He just keeps going back on the field, and he keeps taking his shots. He looked really good on that last drive throwing the football, and now gives his team the lead.
And he has struggled. That's his first passing touchdown. But in the moment when his team needed it the most, in a 2-minute drill when it's the hardest, he puts it together, goes down the field, and takes the lead for his football team.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Blasted as he lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, Marcus. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that stings for this offense. You've got